we have Daniel from Avada Commerce, and he's also the co-founder of a very interesting product in AI, which is called AOV.ai, and they deal with bundling and subscriptions. Welcome, Daniel, to the panel. Okay, I would like to move on to Lucy. Lucy is the CMO of Secomapp. She has been one of the growth drivers for different options like affiliates, loyalties, and offers. And welcome, Lucy, to the panel. And then we have Sweta. Sweta is the founder of Recurpay. They work in the subscription space. She's from Bangalore. Hi, Sweta. Welcome to the panel. And finally, we have Toby. Toby is from Easify Apps, and he's the SEO and marketing lead there. They work on the product pages optimization, all the ways to increase AOV and all that we are going to talk about today. So welcome to this panel discussion. Thank you for coming. And I would just like to quickly give you a very short agenda of how the panel is going to go. We're going to talk about the top trends in AOV in 2025, what we can expect in this year about increasing the average order value. And then we will do a deep dive into each of the strategies. We'll ask the panel their insights, and we will have a lot of insights coming in. And then we'll also do get some practical ideas that we can actually implement, like all these strategies that they would be talking about, how to actually implement for the brands that are here. And then we will have takeaways for everyone. So that's the agenda of this panel. So I'd like to begin with Daniel here. And the question for you, Daniel, is we have a lot of ways to increase AOV, right? We can do some UX change, copy change, a lot of things can be done. But we are talking about CRO today. And according to you, what's the one must-know CRO trend that we can use to increase AOV in 2025?
Thank you so much for introducing us. Hi everyone, I'm Daniel from AOV.ai. So for the first question, in my opinion, 2025 is not an easy year for e-commerce. Ads are more expensive, and now with the new tariff from the US, it's even harder, especially for stores that cross-border. Because of that, we really need to change how we think about growth. In the past, it was all about how to get more traffic on your store. But now, it's cost too much and doesn't always bring good results. So instead, we should focus on the people who are already on our side. How can we turn them into our buyer? Or even better, how can we get more value from each person who buys? That's where CRO come in. CRO isn't just about getting more sales. It's also about getting more from every sale. There is a simple formula that I like to you. Revenue is equal number of customers multiply AOV multiply purchase frequency. So let's take a look at AOV. AOV is super helpful and easiest to increase because you don't need more traffic. You can make more money from each order, and the best part is you can improve it quickly by testing better sale or making the buying experience smoother. So yeah, in 2025, my advice is don't just focus on getting more sale. Focus on getting more from every sale. That's how brand can grow smart, even when things are a bit harder.
Thank you, Daniel. I would actually like to go to Toby, and because you have been working on the product page, right? A lot of optimizations that can be done on the product page. What's the one trend that you see in 2025 to increase AOV from the product page?
Yeah, thanks for the question. So the product page is really where the magic happens in terms of e-commerce. And there's a lot of things that we can do to optimize and tweak it, and trends also comes and go every year. But for 2025, the one trend that I think that will stand out is going to be the product personalizer with live review. So essentially, it's a feature that allows customers to kind of tweak and custom the purchase and also see the product kind of update instantly on their screen. So here we got Nike by You is kind of a gold standard for this. As you can see, customers can freely choose the materials and the colors, as well as adding initials to their sneakers, see it update instantly on the screen, and kind of get hooked. And the results speak for itself, since it's increased the AOV up to 30% and then double the conversion rates. Now, I understand that not every store can replicate what Nike did, but every store can apply a simple live review features. And here we have some examples with some products like pet ornaments and bird flower pillows. As you can see, the customers can freely add in their own illustrations, pictures, add in text, dates, all of that, and see how it looks instantly on the screen. And because of that, the feature is very engaging. It eliminates a lot of hesitation for the buyers because they see exactly how the product's going to look, and it's going to make the shopping experience much more fun. And I think overall, it will be the trend that stands out in 2025.
Definitely. I think this is something that I would definitely use and spend a lot of time in. Very fun. I would like to move to Lucy. You have been in the promotional offer space, and what do you think is the one top trend in 2025 that will help boost AOV?
I personally think that personalization is the trend and the must-have factor that we should consider more in 2025, because we know that all customers are not all the same, so we should build real connection to them. Based on our 11 years of experience in e-commerce and hundreds of thousands of customer merchants, we recommend that we should pay attention and focus on two types of customer: the new customers and the existing customer. For the new customer, we focus on the conversion of the first purchase, and for the existing customer, we focus on repeated purchase. So that is the key I want to mention here.
Definitely. I think for each kind of customers, we have different mindsets, different expectations, and personalization totally makes sense here. And Sweta, you have been in the subscription space, and what do you have to say about one thing that you see in 2025 that will boost AOV and LTV in terms of subscriptions?
I believe that from the morning, all the conversations that we had, right? In all of them, subscription was one of the keywords that everyone used. So you already know that it's a trending thing this year. When we think about subscriptions, it's more about not only thinking from a subscription first approach, but also think of a value that you'll be giving to your end merchant, right? What we have seen in this longer run is merchants really want to give something which is more on a value proportion to your end brands. For example, when you give a curated bundles or you give something on a custom flow for your end merchant, the end consumer, they feel way more valued for the experience that they are having with you. What we have seen is there were few merchants that we have worked with bundle and subscriptions. They have seen an increase in AOV just because of a curated approach with about 27% increase in their AOV. Similarly, when it comes to a certain flow, a smart flows when you create for your merchants, for your consumers, that helps them drive more better experience with you, and there's a stickiness with your product or your brand compared to any other brands. And building smart flows, like you can have something where you have just for a refill option, you can have a 3-day prior reminder. And that will actually increase your less cancellation rate by somewhere around 35%. This special, custom, and a more curated approach gives your end consumers a more valued experience with the brands. So that's a stickiness towards the product.
Definitely. Thank you, Sweta, for this. I think this sets a very good foundation for the whole discussion that we are about to have. So we are going to do a deep dive into each of the topics that we have. And the topic of this panel is bundling and subscription, right? So, and we know bundling has been there for some time. And Daniel, I would like to ask you, why does bundling still work so well in 2025?
Yeah, so bundling still work well in 2025 because it's so a real problem. Today, shopper are busy and doesn't have time to look many options. A good bundle can help them make the decision faster, eat clear, have fun, and solve the value right away. And why a lot of marketing tactics keep trending, bundles still work because it's simple and makes sense for customer and store owner. From the store owner side, bundle help sell more products, not just your best-seller item. It's also a smart way to move slower selling item when paired with popular one. And it also introduces customer to more products that help boosting return purchase. And from the customer side, bundle make decision easier with combo set. They feel like a better deal than individual discount, and it's easier to say yes. And people today don't just want a product, they want a full solution. And bundle makes that easy. So I think bundles will keep working for a long time.
Definitely. And when I think about bundling, I can think of quite a lot of bundling options. What are the top bundling types you think will work for us to increase AOV?
So bundle are great, but not all bundle work the same. If you do two random products together, it might not bring result. The best bundle are the ones that make sense and for customer. Let me say 3 types of bundle that work well for brands. Firstly, we have frequently bought together. This one shows items that people often buy, like a phone and a case or shampoo and conditioner. People choose what other purchase together. It feels safe and clear. Secondly, volume discount. This is where customers get a better deal if they buy more of the same item. It's great for items that people use a lot, like food or skincare. And lastly, I have build your own bundle. This one fun. Yeah, customer get to choose what go into their bundle. It feels more personal and flexible. It's great for gift, clothing set, or diary routine. When people can make and match what they want, they enjoy the shopping experience more. So the key is don't just bundle anything. Make sure it's useful, make sense, and feel good to buy.
I think we got a new definition of BYOB here. Very fun. And definitely I am one of the people who would buy a shampoo with a conditioner. So I am a bundling shopper, I would say. Thank you. And I would actually want your insights in maybe giving us an example of how bundling has worked in the real world, maybe with a case study that you can help.
Yeah, so if I would choose one bundling tactic, I would go with volume discount because it's simple and easy. First, it's easy to set up. You don't need to change much on the store. Just give a better deal when people buy more of the same item. And even better, it works fast. You can see the result in just 3 days, while other bundle take weeks. So I have some example of volume discount here. First, on fashion, the volume discount layout should be clear and easy to follow. You can show some 2 options side by side, like 2 and 3 items with the price before, with the price after discount. Customer can see how much they save and understand it quicker. A most popular tag guides the customer without needing to explain too much, and letting them to choose variant like color or size is also important because it helps them feel flexible and personal. And I have a quick case study here. This is a Japanese menswear brand. They started using our AOV bundle app 2 months ago, and the results have been great so far. Currently, they have 15 active bundles on their store, and their AOV increased by 24%, which is a big win. So how did they get there? Basically, they just use 2 bundle link tactics, volume discount, and frequently bought together. But the best part is how they set it up. Instead of 2 or 1 or 2 zero bundle, they create different bundle for different category. And by that way, the offer feel natural. Customers see the offer makes sense, and they are more likely to add more items without thinking too much. And that's how this brand can increase AOV in a short time, not using some simple tactic in a smart way. And this is just one example. In other category, things are a bit different. In health and wellness, the volume discount layout is a bit different. You can see that here. We can show the quantity side by side with simple saving tag like save 8% and free shipping. And it's easy to understand and compare. It also gives flexible options like one-time purchase or monthly plan with extra shipping. So hey Sweta, I know you are an expert on subscription. So what do you think about this layout? Let's combine bundle and subscription together.
Thank you, Daniel. Yes, this combination that you just mentioned actually works best when it comes to how the LTV and all has to be increased, right? When you think subscription, not only from a perspective that it's a strategy, but also from a perspective that you are actually building a long-term relationship with your end consumer that drives in more revenue, or you can say more customers who will walk into your store, right? When we work from a long-term perspective, think about it like every time you send a reminder to your end consumer, let's say you are sending reminders, you are updating them that you can update their product, their cart, the upcoming cart. You actually are building a relationship with them on a recurring basis, right? So what we see here is this relationship is more like a touch point for you with your end consumer, where they come back to you maybe via chat support or via emails to understand more about the product, where you also get to know them on a personal space. So that's one thing that we have seen. And when brands think about it as a retention strategy, they give them more flexibility, say it via giving them a skip option, reschedule option, edit option. So
Really sorry about this. Yep. Sorry.
I think, yeah, that's about it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sweta. Thank you, Daniel. I think here we got a very good example of how combinations of offers and bundling and subscriptions come together, because it's not just about one strategy, bundling to increase AOV, subscription to increase LTV. It's a combination of all these things that can be done to actually give more value to our shoppers and get value from them. I would like to actually move on to somewhere in the entire shopping journey where, like Toby said, the magic happens, right? The product page. The question is basically, how can product page nudge bigger purchases? How do you increase the size of the basket from the product page?
Yeah, thank you. So the product page ideally shouldn't just be for display, but it also should be your digital salesperson. So once a customer lands on a product page, it should not only show all the product information necessary, but also guide the customers into checkout and eventually buying. So we got a lot of metrics like article rate, checkout conversions, time on page, etc. They're like the post check to check on how well the product page is performing. But how can we optimize and make it better and nudge customers into bigger purchase? Well, in our panel one, a lot of experts have shared stuff about how to optimize the product page. But here, I'll just mention some quick things that we should keep in mind. First one is obviously going to be visuals, stuff like grips images, short videos, or even 360-degree views. They are non-negotiable nowadays because they build trust and excitement. And then you can add in a persuasive product description. Don't just list out features, but really tell a story about how your product can solve your customer's problem. And then don't forget to add in some social proof like testimonials, reviews, or even a small notification like 5 people bought this product today. Then we got good urgency and scarcity with tools like low stock alerts or countdown timers. They can really light a fire under hesitant buyers. So if you're familiar with SEO at all, I'm sure all these concepts that I just talked about, they're not new. But if you want to step it up and take it to a new level, you can consider the custom product options. So here we got two flower shops, and the first one, they just let customers choose the bouquet size, and the second shop, they also let customers customize a lot of things, from the delivery date to some add-ons and wrapping papers, and kind of let customers customize the bouquets to fit the demand that they want the most. So obviously, it's a no-brainer that the second shop is gonna convert way better because it provides better customer experience, higher AOV, and then leads to more conversions. So there's a myth that these custom product options only apply to certain types of products, but in reality, they can fit almost any store across industry if we get creative with them. So here again, we got some examples. First, we have the clothing stores. You can let customers choose the size and color via buttons or swatches, very standard stuff. But then layer in some personalized text, let customers choose the font color, even let them upload their own logo, add in a size guide in modal pop-up. Very simple customization, but it's totally transformed the experience on the product page. And then we got a jewelry store. Here, we can let customers add in engraving text through text box, let them choose the custom icon design through swatches, and also consider adding some upsells with add-ons like gift box or polishing cloth. Right? Again, very simple, but it's totally transformed the experience. So we got a lot of examples of stores across the industries. As you can see, the possibilities are endless, but the point is custom product options isn't just fit into a category, but they're a tool that any merchants can use to stand out and seal the deal.
Definitely, Toby, it's not just about having visuals and descriptions and alerts, but we have this new thing called custom product options. And I think the good thing is that it's not just for one kind of industry. As we can see now, we have at least 4 examples here where we saw different types of product options. And can you help us with an example of maybe a case study that this has worked for some merchant and how it increased AOV numbers?
Sure, I'm glad to. So one of our app users is a perfect example of this. So this is a case study from ZenShades, an US-based home decor business specializing in window blinds. So they are one of our app users, the EasyFi product options app. So before they reach out to us and using our app, their product page kind of just offer the window blinds in fixed size, and there's not a lot of things that customers can do to customize the product, especially when the customers have like the size of the window that kind of different from what ZenShades offer. They have a hard time trying to fit the product into their need. So what they did is they install our app, EasyFi product options, and then reach out to our customer support team, and our developers help them do some further custom work. And then you can see the before and after of their product page. Maybe they have a little bit of mislead with the slide here, but after working with us, the product page becomes much more lively, and the customers can kind of choose the size of the window blinds based on the width and the length, and the calculator also calculate exactly what the price is going to be based on the size. And they not only offer the fixed size like before, and the result, due to the consent, we can really share any specific numbers here, but you can see on the charts is the revenue is trending sharply upward. So I'm very happy that our app has helped the customer business make a difference.
Thank you so much, Toby. When I think about increasing AOV, like the size of my cart when I'm shopping, the one thing that works for me personally is give me a discount, I'll buy more, right? And I think that's where I would like to ask a question to Lucy. So BOGO, which is like buy one, get one, and any promotional offers, this is still one of the best tactics, I would say. Like, why do you think it still works?
Why do I think it still works, right? Before answering your question, I would like to ask the audience, listen please. How many of you have bought a product because it is buy one, get one? When you go to the supermarket, for example, how many of you buy product because it is buy one, get one? Keep your arm up, up, up. Keep your arm. Now keep it up. Look around to see the result, right? Almost of us buy something because it is buy one, get one. So your hands had said for me that, in fact, we see that it works, right? There are many reasons that it still works and work very well. Perceived value boost. With the same amount of money, we receive more. The second one is urgency and scarcity. Many products, it has very limited stock, so people try to buy it soon before it run out of stock. The third reason is that it reduces price sensitivity because people does not focus on the price in this situation. They focus on the free extra item that they can have. Let's give an example. If you go to the supermarket, you see the tissue that don't usually on promotion. One day it is buy one, get one. And the expiry date of it is like, let's say 3 years. You still have to use it in the future, right? So in case of picking one tissue box, you will pick it 2 or 3 or even more, or a dozen for your family, especially the women, right? So that increased the average order value of the merchants. One more example, if it is buy one, get one of a tissue, you may buy it already. But if you pay the same amount of money and the car is buy one, get one, will you buy it? Yeah, right? So that is the case. I want to say why BOGO still work very well nowadays and even later on, I think.
Thank you, Lucy. I just got a time warning here. So I would actually like to go to Daniel with a question in terms of, like we have been discussing the insights, right? What can you give us like a tip or some takeaway for the audience to, because you have been talking about bundling, like how can merchants and how can brands choose what type of bundling would work for them?
Yeah, so in the past, building bundle, mostly guy guesswork. You can choose some bestseller item, or you can take a look on other data, but it can take time and effort. And even then, you can not sure how bundle can convert. But now with AI, it's more easier. I have created a GPT template that can suggest bundle ideas. All you need to do is export Shopify order in CSV, upload it into GPT, and use my prompt. After a few seconds, the ChatGPT can suggest product combo that customer actually buy together. It's even also explain why the product go well, and so how much your AOV could increase. And even then, they can suggest how you set it up. And I'm going to share this GPT template to all of you, so you can try to create and testing bundle based on your customer behavior. Yeah, thank you.
So I think we've been talking about bundling and everyone has been talking about AI. So thank you, Daniel, for helping us with this template. I think this will be shareable by, we will make sure you can access this GPT template for you to actually decide what type of bundling will work for you. Thank you, Daniel. I would actually like to come to Sweta now because we've been talking about increasing the size of the basket, like how to buy more, but what about people coming back to the shop and those increasing the lifetime value? Like, and because you work in the subscription space, how do you see that drive lifetime value?
I believe there are two parts to it. When you think of LTV, you also think of the long-term relationship they are building, right? As mentioned earlier as well. So mostly in these cases, when you give options and like skip, reschedule and all, the customers basically feel that they have a control over the brand, right? Whereas you have basically given them a flexibility and authority to change their upcoming cart. With this, you do two things. First, you build a great relationship with your brand. Second, these consumers are actually your word of mouth. So think it like that. If you are ordering grocery, right, and you are able to edit your cart for every upcoming cycle, the person who would be ordering the grocery, he or she, will actually be talking about the same brand in their community, right? I was ordering from here and they had this features which helped me reschedule, etc., etc. Yep. So they basically become your loyal customers, and they also become someone who will be your word of mouth as well as your marketer. So I think relationships are important with your end consumer and not just revenue. That can drive more, I think we're out of time. Yes. That can drive more LTV in the longer run for a brand.
Thank you, Sweta. I know we are out of time, but I would quickly like to come to Lucy. And because we are talking about LTV, just a small thing, just a quick thing that you can talk about loyalty, because loyalty builds LTV like no other thing. Like just a quick something for the audience.
For loyalty,
Yes.
For small brands, loyalty still work, and you should work with them. You should try them from the first day, because we all know that acquiring new user is way more expensive than to nurture the existing customers. And you can even make marketing campaigns with $0 with loyalty customers. So it can increase retention by just 5% can boost profit by 25 to 95%, and loyal customers have higher lifetime value and spend more frequently, and with can place large order because they trust you already. So that is my point of view.
Thank you, Lucy.